holy fuck does it look like I got robbed. So, first of all, anime review. Let me do some poor kind of overused cut so I have an anime shirt on now. Anime-esque, you know. So, yes, it looks like I got robbed. No computer, and we're kind of more shifted over towards this side of my desk. One, we got the anime stuff, so we got that. I'm shooting this over spring break, and I don't have all my stuff with me. I'm just here chilling, watching anime, and taking care of other things while I'm back home. Right now, I just finished a long series, about 94 episodes, and now I'm going to start watching a few short episodes, episodic shows. That way I can just bop them out while I'm still here. I like shooting in this new style, so I really want to keep it up. The bad news of that is the shows that are currently about to end due to the season, they're all on episode 10, so that means 2 weeks from now I'll be back at my school dormitory shooting these videos. So I know y'all don't like that. I hate my dorm videos, but I will make the videos. They're not gonna air when the show ends. That's what I'm trying to say. They will air when once a week, like always. So let's kind of cut to the chase here and move into the discussion. So what did we watch? What are we reviewing? Look at the title, look at the thumbnail, you know. It is I hate this word. Rurouni Kenshin. Okay, so basically Rurouni Kenshin. I always called it Rurouni Kenshin when I first saw it on Tsunami back in the day. So the reason I wanted to watch this, and I plan on watching another show, 2 other shows actually, kind of like this. So there's a small handful of them, but I wanted to watch this show because it was one of the ones I saw as a little kid growing up, and I never saw the whole story. It's just one of those ones I just want to go back, watch, get the full feel of it, and kind of skipping ahead, like, I think it was canceled. I just finished the last episode, and I think it was canceled because at the end of the last episode I watched was stay tuned for our final show, and I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Saying on that, I watched 94 episodes of the show. That's quite a bit, not the most I've watched, but 94 episodes of a show. And before even getting into the show much, I had a buddy who told me to just stop after the Shishio fight. And the kind of person I am, I won't do that, I just won't. But his word of advice, I understood where it come from. After finishing the show, I totally agree with his statement. After the Shishio fight, it really lost its oomph, it had something with it, and it just lost it. I like the show, and it's an older show. The people that would watch it were probably the people who have watched it and would go back to see it, Or I don't think many newer anime viewers would go back and watch this show. Now, kind of playing on that feel for older show, I have a rule. Not really a rule, but more of a suggestion. And it is that if it was a show during the 90s or something like that, very, very early anime, if it aired on Tsunami here in the States, my rule is, anime around that time should be watched and dubbed, not subbed. My reasoning for that again, this is all opinionated, so it's more of a suggestion. But my reason for that is I feel back then, the English voice actors were stronger than the Japanese. Like, if we can get a sound clip.
What is this? The blade is on the wrong side.
That's a reverse blade sword.
Reverse blade sword?
He sounds better. Now, as the dialect changes between voice actor and even translation, that's still a thing, and I don't like it. And even in the English, I got annoyed with, I guess, Kenshin's sentence structure. He said, he kept on saying stuff like,
I'm a wanderer. I'm nothing but a wanderer. I'm merely a wandering swordsman, that I am. Do you honestly believe that I'd be able to kill 3 people with this?
Kind of that reassuring kind of secondary statement after a sentence, and I just get annoying, you know, get annoying. One thing I loved about this show is that Kenshin is just a guy. There's no real, you know, like, there's no real source of power in, like, something that we're not accustomed to, you know? They did have, like, hints, and they kind of poked at a couple things here and there, like the swordsman spirit, and with the last few episodes, chi, or ki, whatever the fuck it is, and they kind of dabbled in those areas, but it wasn't really a big thing. It was just Kenshin and his sword style, and his will to drive for being better, you know, and not kill. And I thought that made this show strong, because again, it kind of emphasized on Kenshin is human. He makes mistakes. He can die, you know, like shit like that. Like he's not gonna go into a time chamber and train for 3 hours and be better. He's got to, like, clear his mind and, like, focus, meditate, concentrate, that type of shit, you know. And I really enjoyed that kind of process of becoming a better person and overcoming the obstacle in front of you. I really good, you know, really like that, really enjoyed it. So I know I keep skipping around here, but going back to why I thought after the Shishio fight it should have ended, or I could have stopped, was I lost so much interest in the show. The last arc with the chi and whatever the fuck it was, I wasn't paying attention. It lost my interest. It was boring. It felt different. It wasn't the show I was watching. It wasn't all 90 episodes before. It was something else, you know? Because literally, the intro to this kind of like the new bad guys for this little arc was they all just bop in all willy-nilly like and just use magic powers to immobilize Kenshin, and then you're like, okay, well, what the fuck? And then literally like the next episode they're like, oh yeah, just hit him in their sides, and now he's just smacking them like mosquitoes, you know, like just fucking get out of here, like just everyone's beating their ass. So like just the hop and the skip of those 2 episodes right back to back. Like, I can't do shit, now they're fucking nothing. Like, it was pointless. Really, Kenshin didn't have a big part in the beginning, I guess. Again, I didn't pay attention to that last arc. It was trash, dude. It was trash. But to every other kind of arc, I felt like it was, again, Shishio build up, good. After that, it was decent, you know, it was okay, it was alright. I will say, it kind of, it did kind of feel like the writers, or whatever the fuck who they are, kind of like wanted to keep it going, but didn't necessarily know how, but like they were still making a good effort, you know. The Shishio fight was a big one, and it had a lot of build up, and it had multiple parts to it. And I think that's what made it work. You know, it was a big villain that had a lot of like momentum behind him. And even the villain after Shishio, the one who knew the Hitomitsu fucking style, you know what I mean. The same as Kenshin. That guy even, he didn't have, it wasn't much of the same arc, but the way it was kind of structured, it was more like, I guess, drawn out and had a lot more build up to it than it was actually like a 4-episode arc like the last one. Again, this last one was so shitty. But these things, they had structure, they had that integrity to them that you could sit there, watch it, and follow the story, and it felt immersive, you know, without, you know, immersive for old anime. I don't know. I just think they kind of lost sight of what they wanted to really do after the Shishio fight. Kind of played with it during that next arc, and then just really dropped it. Now, I will say, in that last arc, they tried doing a lot of different stuff. Some of it was, I don't even know how to describe it, art style, even. Like, it's just one shot where it was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like Kenshin and the Chi dude walking through a forest, and they had all these layers of trees just stacked. Like, when I say layers, I'm like using like the term, like the thing I relate to is Photoshop. Like, they had all these layers of art, and they're all of trees. And I just thought it was so funny because it looked so bad. But you know, I was like, give it what they can, because they're trying. It is an older anime, so we'll just leave it at that. Some of it was funny, but again, I think it was a good show for someone like me to kind of come back and watch it. I don't know about recommending it to people. If I'm gonna recommend it to people, I'm gonna say go up to the Shishio fight, which, I mean, that's not like too much. That's like maybe 60 episodes at most, you know? Like, that's not a ton. There's, I mean, if you want to fucking catch up to One Piece, that's a ton. Yeah, I would say watch up to the Shishio fight if you want to. If you have an appreciation for older anime. Aside from that, kind of tapping back onto when I said I have a few more of these I want to watch. There's gonna be Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha, two others that I saw kind of growing up, but never got to see the whole story. You know, you saw an episode here and you saw an episode there. But that was it. So I really want to tap back onto those and kind of get the whole story. But that's going to be a while, because I tend to want to watch a whole bunch of short anime to get my stock. Since I release one review a week, I get all that stock build up, you know, and while I have all that, I try to watch, I then watch all of the longer ones. So now I gotta build back up. Honestly, it was perfect timing that I ran out of footage from winter break, and that's usually what it is. Like, usually half a semester it lasts. So all the stuff I shot over winter break is now done, so now comes the new stuff. So again, I hope you enjoy it. Please bear with the lacking setting for reviews upcoming. Is that right? For the upcoming videos, I guess. You know, other than that, guys, I appreciate you all watching these, and catch you in the next one.